Thank you. And this is my new car.
So if you know me and have been following me for a while, you know that I love Lamborghini. Even as a kid, I had a picture of this on my wall for inspiration for when I got older. Also, my parents even put Lambo in my name. Look, Shara, Lambo, Us. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Over the years, I always fly the Lamborghini flag. That is a car that I've always loved, always enjoyed. And I've had so many, from a Gallardo in 2006 to an Aventador SV Roadster, and now something different. So if you haven't guessed it by now, I have bought a new Lamborghini Urus Perf-ect. After months of waiting, it has finally arrived. Now it is at School Road, HRM, where the cars are PDI'd, that is pre-delivery inspection, before I take delivery. But being me, I wanted to go and see the car straight away. So I headed over there to look at the car for the first time and show you what it looks like.
Here she is, my Lamborghini Urus Perf-ect. This is what I've been waiting for. So I thought I'll come and see it, check it out. Obviously it's not clean, it's not ready. Very, very pleased. One thing I always like to check, what's the mileage on the car? We know the mileage needs to be low. Oh, she's got 25 miles. It's got gloss carbon everywhere you look, from the door cards to all the center. You got the new screen, the new setup, the leather steering wheel with the red center. A lot of people have the Alcantara steering wheel. I personally don't like that because I think it wears out too easily. Each Perf-ect comes standard with a Krapovich exhaust. So it's already got the sports exhaust on. You can get the chrome tips or the black tip. I've got the chrome on this. I may change it depending on what color I wrap the car, but should we get a first cold start? Have a listen. I always like a panoramic roof in a 4x4. It's cool, obviously it opens up halfway. So in the Perf now, you have Strada, Sport, Corsa and Rally. Rally wasn't there before. Strada is how you drive it around pretty much every day. Then you can put it into Sport, which opens the valves up slightly and takes a little bit of the traction off. Then you put it in Corsa, and that is full blown. We're tearing up the roads, we're tearing up the streets. And then you have Rally. If you're out there and you want to put it on a track and you're really going to take this car to town, this is the one. It's very similar to the previous shapes that I've had in the past. This is now 666 brake horsepower, like the devil, 666. 850 pounds of torque. And these cars start around £209,000. These cars can be spec'd up to 300,000. I've gone around the midway mark, around the 250 mark, which is enough spec, but not over the top. Grateful that I can afford to buy another Urus. And this one I'm going to take delivery in Hatfield. The big difference on the bonnet, which shows it's a Perf-ect, which is the new shape rather than the old shape, is the two bonnet vents. And on a black car, it doesn't show. If you have an orange car or a yellow car, the bonnet really makes it different and really shows that this is facelifted. A couple of the big changes are this is on springs, which makes it a bit of a harder drive and it's a lot more reactive. Whereas the previous Urus is going to be on air suspension, so it makes it a bit more of a softer ride. It is lighter and it should be a lot quicker than the previous Urus and the S. Obviously, we'll find out very, very soon. When you buy a car from Lamborghini London, usually it starts with LJ, so you know it's a London car. So it's going to be LJ23, A, and then YC, my initials. Didn't cost me anything. I had a list of plates to choose from. Even though my car has turned up and it's beginning of February, I can take my delivery. However, I spoke to Lambo, I spoke to Rue, and I was like, do you mind if I take it on the 1st of March so I get a 23 reg? He was like, no problem, that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll end up paying for it this month, but I'll take delivery on the 1st of March. So that way then I've got a new 23 reg car. If this car had arrived a couple of weeks earlier, which it was supposed to arrive, but cars get picked up and you don't know what car's going to arrive and when it's going to arrive, I would have taken delivery already and just put Yianni on it. Because it's so close to the 1st of March, it just made sense to take it on a new reg. So yes, I've still got a few more weeks to wait, but it gives me time to sort the wheels out, wrap it, tint it, and decide what colour I'm going to go. So before this car arrived, we wasn't sure whether our original kit would fit. So if you look at a few of my old cars here, you can see the kit where it just looks incredible and really brings out the car. Me and Simon actually had a look and went round to see if the kit would fit. Have a look at that.
I already know that this isn't going to fit because they've changed the profile to have the entire lower half of the bumper in carbon, but they've done a great job of getting lots of carbon into this bumper, so this one's going to be quite tough. So the diffuser on the Perf-ect is an X as well.
As you saw there, it doesn't just go straight on because they have changed certain elements on the car. So we couldn't just fit our old kit on, but to be fair, I want a wider kit. I want it to be a lot more aggressive. Car comes with 22-inch or 23-inch wheels. I've got the 23-inch gloss with the silver. They will go to all gloss black, assuming that I keep this wheel. And they all come with ceramic brakes, the biggest production brakes you can imagine. And it makes sure this car stops because it is so fast. So what's different on the car? The spoiler, obviously you've got the carbon edges. It always had a lip spoiler. Coming with a standard sports exhaust, a Krapovic sports exhaust is different. Obviously the Performantes come with it standard. I'm sure with the S you can order it as an extra. And I don't think there's any difference on the side. Obviously it does say Performante now. As you come around to the front, the biggest difference on the front is the 2 bonnet vents. And on the front here again, the lower part here is all different, including here. Here, you used to have like a couple of like events like that, yeah? They're now single, and you've got like a one that actually protrudes out, running all the way across the top. And the front split is actually a lot further in. If I'm honest, someone that is not necessarily into cars, if they saw a black Urus Performante and a standard black Urus, would you know the difference? I don't think they would. I don't think they'd notice it. I never leave my car standard, guys. It's not something that I do. I'm in the trade, I'm in the business. It only makes sense that I wrap the car or I PPF it. I change the wheels and I put a different kit on the car. People are gonna be like, you spend hundreds of thousands of pounds buying a car from Lamborghini. Yes, but I like to make my cars individual. I like them to be my personal look. And there it is outside. Obviously it's quite interesting. There's a yellow one there. Again, no carbon bonnet, but you can see the bonnet scooped. There's a picture of me and Rue when I bought my first Lamborghini Aventador in 2013. Imagine, I collected my first ever Aventador, the ultimate car, from School Road. I didn't go to Lamborghini London. I didn't go to anywhere else. I was like, I need my car, I want to collect it. And I didn't do a proper handover, but this is where I came to collect it. Look at that picture. How funny is that? That's nearly 10 years ago. So if someone said to you, you could only ever drive one more car for the rest of your life, what would it be? I always say Urus. To me, this has everything. It has looks, it has power, it just has aggression. It's got everything, absolutely everything. That to me is the best car on the market. I said it. So, there she is. The thing I've got to decide now is what colour.